Hello gang and welcome back to the channel, to the 3D section. As you may have seen from the title, today I will show you how I made the wolf ears that you may have seen in one of my last renders if you follow my Patreon. This took actually a few trials, and this one is basically the latest. The overall video is 10 minutes. The time I needed on this version is about 30 minutes for the model. A little bit time for implementing it in Dev 3D, as well as tweaking it afterwards. So the finished product is a little bit is bigger. So I increased the overall size. And also I made it a little bit broader, so it is further and it takes more space on the head. Interestingly, I had a talk with someone else about this, and we kind of agreed that we that usually the ears, the bunny ears, and those ears should actually go over the human ears, just because of how the skull is formed and how the ear canal is limited to where the skull is. They shouldn't be on top of the head, they should be on the side of the head. So expect me to actually go and redo my bunny ears to fit them better to the head. About the Wolfears, I don't know if I will do that. They were more or less custom made for someone I met online, who just like this wolf style stuff. This is anime-like animal go stuff. So yeah, this is why I did it in the first place. Overall, it was rather fun working on it. As you can see, I'm using a few different parts. I made the ears a single part. Now I'm working on the on a grid that's for the skin in the ear. The most interesting and the most challenging thing actually this time was making the hair within the ear, which you will see in just a bit. Well, if you follow my Patreon, you may have seen a picture with similar ears but cat-like ears, because those were my first try, and they basically turned out like cat ears. So I thought, okay, well, let's check again, let's look at it again, and I came up with this more triangular shape for the ears, which actually looks more wolf-like, I think, or more canine-like. Yeah, overall animal features are a thing I put a lot of time into currently. I have a set, one of my first set, that I still want to redo, and I still work on that. Actually, just a few minutes ago I scrapped one part of it, one part that I wanted to make, and chose to go a different way with that with that piece of clothing. Yeah, right now we're in the Wolfears. I also did a tail. I also did it fully riggable. Yeah, you will see at the end. You will see the render at the end. I actually put in, I think, 2 renders one with the finished wolf gill, one with the cat ears, so you have a comparison of the different ears I made. I also didn't yet made piercings for the wolf ears. That's something that I look to in the future. So as you can see, I've used a basic tube for the as a basis for the hair. Yeah, for the fur inside the ear. I'm just now shaping it up and putting it in the right place. If you look closely, you can see that I'm currently using the selection perspective, so the coordinates are aligned to the object rather than the world. And then I experimented a bit with the extrusion tool, and I chose to extrude edges this time, which as you can see gives me this this pointy triangle thing. And I can, I pull them away from basically the center of the selection. So the app checks the wing on which the face is, chooses a middle point, a center point, and I pull it away from that. But overall, I'm back to world coordinates, because I want the fur to stay inside the ear and not come out. In hindsight, maybe I should have had less segments on the tube, so the single parts would be a little bit bigger and a little bit fluffier, probably. But I'm actually good with how it turned out, so it's possible but not likely that I will redo it, at least not in the next few days. It could be though that I just try to redo it for the sake of seeing how it works out with when I do the piercings. So I definitely will take one evening or one day this week to do the piercings for the wolf ears, because I want to use them in the next few in a few renders in the next time. And as you know, I really like piercings, so yeah, I definitely want to do some piercings in those. Okay, so I copied over the, well, I mirrored over the fur thing, the tube. And one of the things I can currently easily work with is that I found out how do I put a single texture on multiple objects. So I can freely copy stuff, because it's so much easier with the textures. So this is the ear, this is the skin, just a plain grid. The ears actually were a little bit more interesting, or it seemed so. I just I didn't go into much detail, I just left it like it was, mostly because of the time. Speaking of which, we're in the last minute of the video. I should remember that so I don't have to rush the goodbyes as much as I do usually. Yeah, to give you a little heads up, I'm okay so far. I blew my, I failed my second driver's test, which, yeah, sucks a little bit, but that's life. I'm not the best in it, whatever. Yeah, I still miss a few friends who left back in January, but I just have to deal with that. Here are the two pictures. The first, the cat ears, the second, the wolf ears. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I get you to watch me again, and goodbye.